Alright, somebody asked me, are Japanese people friendly to Americans? I'm going to answer that question in this Japan cast, and if you're watching this video, this is just a train station here in Kobe, Japan. Okay, so are Japanese people friendly to Americans? Well, before I can answer that, there's something that you have to understand. From my experience, Japanese people really don't know who is American. They pretty much tend to lump all foreign-looking people into one big category, and they call us gaijin, which means outsider. And also Chinese, Koreans, all other Asian people outside of Japan are also considered foreigners, by the way. Alright, so from what I've noticed is that there's three kinds of Japanese people. The first kind is Japanese people who don't want anything to do with foreigners. These are the kind of Japanese people that if you go up to them in the store, if you walk up to a salesperson in the store and you ask them for help, and even if you speak to them in Japanese, they will run away and they'll go get somebody else to come and deal with you. And it doesn't have to be people who work in stores. It can be somebody you talk to at a train station, on the street, wherever. If there's another Japanese person around, they will look at that Japanese person and send them like a visual signal that they want that person to talk to you instead of them. And so this kind of person will avoid you at any cost. For example, if you're walking down the street and they're coming towards you, they will cross the street, they will go to the other side of the street in order to avoid, being near you. The second kind of person is Japanese people who are indifferent to foreigners. These kind of people, they don't go out of their way to have relationships or friendships with foreigners, but they can deal with them if necessary. You mostly won't make friends with this kind of person unless you have something that they need, like a skill, for example, being able to translate for them, or if you are a doctor, or if you can teach them English, or if they are interested in you in a sexual kind of way. And then once they have used you for what they need you for, they'll pretty much discard you. They won't contact you anymore. Alright, and then the third kind of person, Japanese person, is the Japanese people who actively seek out relationships or friendships with foreigners. Personally, I find these kind of people annoying because they claim that they want to be your friend, but actually what they want is they just want a free English lesson. They want you to do a job for them that Japanese people can't do, or they want to have a romantic relationship with you, or sex, or whatever. So I don't think you can really have true friendships with these people. And pretty much they approach you because they want to help themselves in some way. Alright, so I would say that in general, if you just go out and you do your everyday kind of business in Japan, the Japanese people are polite. And I think that people who are not Japanese interpret this politeness as friendliness, but I think that their politeness is just it's like a social pressure. They feel they have to conform because being polite and hiding your true emotions, or especially negative emotions, if you have an outburst of negative emotions, that's looked down on in Japan. So by being polite, they're pretty much just keeping a facade. Alright, so to wrap things up, if you're coming to Japan and you're worried about your personal safety, I'll tell you that you don't have to worry about that. In general, Japanese people treat each other and they treat foreigners or Americans with respect. and they're not going to try to cheat you out of your money, or they're not going to hustle you like you might experience in other Asian countries. It's very safe here, and if you look lost or confused, usually they'll try to help you. Except Tokyo. In Tokyo, people are always in a hurry, and they're pretty cold and not so friendly there. But outside of Tokyo, pretty friendly. So if you're talking about superficial relationships and just the way that strangers interact with each other, the short, simple answer is that yes, Japanese people are very friendly.